Hello people, welcome back. Today we are taking a look at this bad boy, the Sigma 70 to 200 f2.8 Sport. I recently traded in my D750 which I wasn't using much after getting the Z system, so I thought why not get this lens. I already have the Sigma 85 and 35 millimeter art lenses which work great on the Z system. So I thought why not try out the 70 to 200 which I have wanted for almost a decade. This lens is built like a tank. Boy, it's heavy at almost 4 pounds. The front filter thread on this is 82 millimeters, which is slightly annoying because the common 77 millimeter filters wouldn't fit, and 77 millimeter filters were very common with DSLR lenses. But then a lot of the new mirrorless lenses that are coming out have different or very weird filter widths, so it's no different from them in that aspect. It is highly customizable with the Sigma USB dock. You can tweak your AF to your liking, whether it is the accuracy or the speed. It has customizable buttons C1 and C2 which you can set up to do different things. For instance, I've set up C1 for smooth autofocus pulls for video, and then I've set up C2 for fast AF, specifically for sport or to track dogs or kids. And then, similar to other lenses, it has other options. For instance, it has these different settings for optical stabilization. It has a focus limiter, which you can either focus in the entire range or you can focus within the 3 meters to infinity. And then it has a manual focus override button, which you can set up to basically switch off autofocus. Now let's jump into the computer and look at some images I've taken with this lens. I've only had this for about a week. So I don't have a lot of images, but whatever I have, I'll show you now.
All right, so we are in the computer now and we are looking at a first image. So I use single point autofocus on Z6 to take this image, and I'm pretty impressed with how quick the lens and the camera combination acquired focus in a pretty dimly lit situation. So it's not really blazingly fast because it's just an f2.8 lens, and it's a big lens, right? But um, it did pretty good in and I was pretty happy with how fast it was able to acquire focus. All right, so the next image that we are looking at is this, and this was taken in DX mode. And this is just to show you how much. So this is very sharp, right? This is just to show you guys that even with a 24 megapixel camera, you can actually crop in pretty close with this lens because it's so sharp. I really like the micro contrast, the rendering, the overall color rendition of this lens. All right, so the next image we are looking at is to look at the bokeh that this lens produces. So if you look at the background, it is actually pretty busy, and I'm very happy with how this lens has actually rendered the background here. It's pretty smooth. I mean, there are very few other lenses which could have done a better job here. I think the rendition over here overall is pretty good. So in the next image, I actually moved in slightly closer, uh, and in this case, you'll see that the background is pretty much gone, right? It's very smooth, and the point of focus was the leaf, and you can see the leaf is very sharp. I'm pretty impressed again with this lens. Um, so the next image is at 70 millimeters at f2.8, and this is just to show you that you can get some amount of background separation, but it won't be a lot at 70 millimeters at f2.8. So this definitely does not replace your 85-1.4. If you like 85 millimeter focal length or round about 85 millimeter focal length. So this image that I took, so in this image, I had enabled IAF, and I'm pretty impressed. Z6 actually acquired the eye pretty well. It's in pretty sharp focus, and the overall rendition again, like for a portrait like this, I'm very impressed with how the background looks. Um, My 135 f2 would probably look slightly better, but again, eh, uh, this has that lens is like manual focus. This lens is autofocus, so I don't want to complain about that. And this image is just to show you if you just want to take like a headshot. The Z6 had IAF enabled here, and you can see the eye here is in pinpoint. It's very sharp, right? So I'm pretty impressed that, and also pretty happy that this lens works with Z6 almost as well as it does with native DSLRs that it was meant to be used on. So hope you liked this video, and I'll try to make more videos, probably try to make some a video where I can actually demo how the lens is performing. So I'll definitely do that. There are more videos I have in mind for future, not just about this lens but overall. So I'll be posting them, and if you subscribe you will get a notification whenever I upload these videos.